The start of the Republican National Convention here in Tampa, and today presumptive GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney is campaigning here in Florida. He's already finished one campaign appearance. Now he's headed to Miami. Laura Harris is live in the newsroom now with more from Romney's campaign trail. Good afternoon, Laura.
Good afternoon, Dia. Mitt Romney was already hard at work on the campaign trail, crisscrossing the nation, hitting those all-important battleground states. And now that his team is complete with vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan on board, he's trying to gain steam. And today he was doing that right here in Florida.
I've got a promise for you guys. There are better days ahead when we get a better leader in Washington.
Mitt Romney's campaign hasn't skipped a beat. Some would say gaining even more steam on the heels of his vice presidential nominee pick over the weekend.
Mitt Romney!
Florida Governor Rick Scott, along with Senator Marco Rubio, who many thought was in the running to be the VP, were among those to take the podium just before Romney this morning in St. Augustine. Once Romney started speaking, he had strong words from the get-go as he explained why House Budget Committee Chairman Paul Ryan was the right man to stand beside him.
A man who has proven that he knows how to solve problems. He did not just go to Washington and become involved in public service to try and make a name for himself. He instead went to make things better for the American people.
He spent plenty of time telling the people of Florida what he would specifically do to help them. And in a state with unemployment at 8.6%, jobs and the economy were definitely front and center.
The kind of campaign we're going to raise is one that talks about how we can keep America strong, create more jobs, balance our budget, put Americans into homes that they can afford. We're going to get America working again. We love America. We know where this country needs to go, and we're going to get it done.
And although Romney's trip to Orlando was canceled this morning, he is still scheduled to attend his program in Miami later on this evening around 5:25. Also important to note, Paul Ryan is not traveling with Romney in Florida today. We are told it's essentially because the trip was already planned long before Ryan was tapped as Romney's running mate. But of course, Ryan will be right alongside Romney during the RNC later this month. Reporting live in the newsroom, Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Laura. And this just into our newsroom. The city of Tampa, we've learned, has agreed to reimburse St. Petersburg for security and police expenses during the RNC kickoff party that happens at Tropicana Field. That money is coming from a $50 million federal grant meant for security. Both cities plan to sign the agreement by Thursday. There are also a couple of key stops to watch for on the Democratic side of this presidential race. Vice President Joe Biden will speak at the Durham Armory in North Carolina. First Lady Michelle Obama will be on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. It is her third appearance on the show. And President Obama begins a 3-day bus tour through Iowa today. Analysts expect him to talk about the drought gripping that part of the nation. And Democrats are also holding their own Bay Area event tonight. The Democratic National Committee will be in Tampa to talk about Romney's economic plans. The DNC says Romney favors tax breaks for the rich and will put a stop to, quote, Medicare as we know it.